The idea that breakfast is the most important meal of the day isn't just outdated. It's a masterclass in corporate gaslighting, engineered by a cabal of 20th-century cereal tycoons who weaponize pseudoscience, Freudian propaganda, and cartoon cereal mascots to turn your empty stomach into a corporate ATM. Let's rewind to the 1800s, when breakfast was only an afterthought. Peasants ate stale bread, aristocrats sipped wine, and nobody cared about metabolism optimization. Then came John Harvey Kellogg, a man so obsessed with puritanical health. He ran a sanitarium where patients were subjected to electroshock therapy and cornflakes. Why cornflakes? Because Kellogg genuinely believed his cardboard-like creation could curb sinful urges, like masturbation. Yes, you heard that right. The man thought cereal could stop you from touching yourself. But his brother, Will Kellogg, saw a golden opportunity. He added sugar to the bland flakes, patented the recipe, and launched Kellogg's in 1906. This marked the dawn of the modern cereal industry and ignited what would later be called Big Cereal's war on hunger, with other companies rushing to create their own versions of cereal, each vying for a share of the burgeoning market. By the 1920s, Kellogg's ads screamed that skipping breakfast was a national crime. The scam exploded in the 1940s when cereal giants teamed up with Edward Bernays, the father of public relations, to rebrand breakfast as a moral imperative. Bernays, who once convinced women to smoke by calling cigarettes torches of freedom, conducted a breakfast missionary campaign. Doctors were bribed with free cereal to endorse it as essential for health. Radio ads terrified mothers into believing children who skipped breakfast would fail at school, develop rickets, and die young. Kellogg's even stamped the phrase, "the most important meal of the day," into public consciousness by the 1950s. The USDA, swayed by cereal lobbyists, cemented the breakfast myth into dietary guidelines, ensuring generations would equate nutrition with corporate-approved carbon-sugar combos. Fast forward to today, the big cereal's propaganda is deeply embedded in our brain. They've hijacked science. 54% of nutrition studies are industry-funded, including research claiming breakfast boosts metabolism, despite a 2019 BMJ review finding zero evidence that skipping it causes weight gain. The global breakfast industry is now worth $442 billion, with Kellogg's alone spending $1.4 billion annually to keep you terrified of an empty morning stomach. But the grift doesn't stop at your cereal bowl. Dive into the shadowy depths of Big Food's breakfast industrial complex, a web of collusion stretching from Big Dairy to Big Coffee, with marketing campaigns positioning their products as essential to a healthy morning routine. They foster a symbiotic relationship between industries by convincing us that milk is the ultimate pairing for cereal, and we cannot function without Starbucks to jumpstart our mornings. That's how corporations slap on scientific-sounding buzzwords like calcium-rich and fiber-packed to trick you into thinking their products are some kind of nutritional breakthrough. Indeed, breakfast isn't a meal. It's a subscription service you didn't consent to. Breaking through like a nutritional revolutionist, intermittent fasting stages a rebellion against Big Cereal's tyranny. For millennia, humans thrived without the constant feasting and meal timing dictated by corporate interests. Hunter-gatherers ate when food was available, often going hours between meals. Now, in a modern twist, Silicon Valley bros and wellness influencers have turned fasting into a high-tech endeavor, using apps like Zero and MyFitnessPal to meticulously track their starvation windows and optimize their biohacking routines. It's a movement that taps into ancient wisdom while cloaking it in the language of modern science and self-optimization. Studies have shown that intermittent fasting, whether it's the 16-8 method, meaning 16 hours of fasting followed by an 8-hour eating window, or the more extreme one meal a day, can lead to significant health benefits, including improved insulin sensitivity, reduced inflammation, and even accelerated fat loss. Here's the kicker. Your metabolism doesn't need kickstarting. It's not a rusty lawnmower. Skipping breakfast won't doom you. In fact, 80% of studies show neutral or positive outcomes for fasters. But big cereal can't have you knowing that. They've spent a century pathologizing hunger, framing it as a crisis only their products can solve. Even the common sense advice that breakfast prevents overeating later is a lie. A 2013 study found breakfast skippers ate 260 fewer calories daily than breakfast eaters. Turns out, avoiding Frosted Flakes cereal is better for weight loss than any influencer's $50 meal plan. So why does the myth persist? Follow the sugar-coated cash. Breakfast is a $442 billion hammer, and you're the nail. Schools push breakfast programs, funded by the corporate giants selling you Cheerios and Lucky Charms cereal. Even fitness apps bombard you with morning fuel alerts. The message is clear: you're broken without breakfast. But humans thrived for millennia without Quaker's multigrain cereal. The only thing breakfast optimizes is corporate profit margins. So next time you're guilt-tripped over skipping your breakfast, remember, the most important meal of the day isn't about health. It's a phishing email your stomach keeps clicking subscribe to. If you are ready to boycott the cereal aisle, smash that like button and share this video to your granola-addicted friends. And don't forget to subscribe and stay hungry for more forbidden food truths.